All right, cool. We're going to talk about building a foundation. The focus is on lead generation. The focus is on lead generation in order to take more listings. If you were to ask me, John, what's the one thing that I can do in order to have a great first quarter of 2023? I would tell you take as many listings as you can in the next 4 weeks. Have you ever wished that there was less competition? Of course you have. So here's the great news. There's less competition, at least for the next 4 weeks. Approximately half of active real estate licensees who are members of NAR will check out or already have checked out until the end of the year. You're talking to sellers who are telling you, I'm going to wait until after the holidays to put my home on the market. Remember, sellers go to script school as well. The good news is they don't have that many scripts. So you don't have to become a master at a whole lot of responses. You just need to master a few. And by the way, I'll share what those are with you. And the good news for you again is there's a lot less competition right now. So go get it. All right. I'm going to start with a couple quotes and then we're going to get started. The purpose of the call is to get the appointment. The purpose of the call is to get the appointment. The purpose of the appointment is to, before you finish and write that down, don't, because you're just going to scratch it out. The purpose of the appointment is not to get the listing. The purpose of the appointment is to build a foundation in order to follow up from. Just hang in there. I'll give you more in just a moment. It'll make sense. We're going to talk about 3 main points today. Number 1 is connecting. Number 2 is care, trust, and knowledge. And number 3 is 6 connection questions. So if you're taking notes, please write down connecting, care, trust, and knowledge, and 6 connection questions. All right, connecting. Never mind. The fundamental theme of connecting is curiosity. To know who someone is, to understand their wants and needs, and to become aware of their worries and concerns. At this point, you are investigating, you are not selling. So what I want you to think of is I want you to think of Columbo. And for anybody who's under the age of 40 years old, just YouTube it, you'll find him. And Columbo was this TV investigator who had a hit show, I think it was in the 70s, might have gone over into the 80s, who knows. And he was always asking questions. And one of the biggest challenges that real estate agents have is they think they need to sell and tell their way to success. When in reality, you want to ask questions your way to success. Be in curiosity. I'm going to go back and share with you what I just said. At this point, you're investigating, not selling. All right, point number 2, care, trust, and knowledge. You are a consultant who genuinely wants to understand their situation and offer help if needed. Your goal is to generate trust and build confidence. It is your chance to show them what it is like to work with you. All right, you're going on a for sale by owner appointment. You're going on an expired listing appointment. Real quick off script, off the conversation. For anybody who's here for the first time, for those of you who are repeat offenders, you've heard me say this many, many times. And I'm a firm believer that repetition is the mother of learning. So here we go. Here comes repetition. If I'm calling it for sale by owner, I'm simply asking them, is your home still for sale? And if I had an offer on your home today, would you want me to bring you the offer? That's it. It's the only question you need with a for sale by owner. Now you might hear, do you have an offer? And the response to do you have an offer is, that's a great question. And I won't know until I see your home. That's exactly why we should get together. All I need is 10 or 15 minutes to pop by so that I can see your home and take some notes so that I could potentially bring you that buyer. Does today at 4 work, or would 6 o'clock be better for you? Expired listing call. So I noticed your listing came off the market. Just curious, are you still interested in selling your home? If you've called expired listings before, you know you're going to hear, no, I'm not, go away, you dirty, rotten realtor, I don't want to talk to you. And all of the other things that you're going to hear. All I want you to remember before they hang up the phone, and get to this really super quick. And by the way, don't ask expired listings how they're doing, because they're not doing well. And all they're going to say is, I'm not doing good, and they're going to hang up on you. So if I'm calling you and you're an expired listing, hey, John Dietz with blank real estate company, and I'm calling to see if your home is still for sale. That's it. No, it's not. Or I'm taking a break, or whatever the answer is. Great. Before I let you go, really good script. Use it. Okay. It's going to tweak curiosity, and it's going to help them to hang in there long enough just to hear the next part of that conversation. All right. Before I let you go, if I had a full price offer on your home next week, cash, I see that you were asking $500,000. If I had an offer for $500,000 cash closing in less than 30 days next week, would you want me to bring you the offer? That's exactly why we should get together. All right. It doesn't matter what they say. This is what I'm talking about, everybody. When I say the purpose of the call is to get the appointment, period, the end. I'm going to slow down here because it's super important that you get this. Nothing they can say is going to cause me not to get the appointment. Yeah, I'll sell my home, but I'm only paying 1%. Fine. Does 4 o'clock work, or would 5 be better for you? If I ever list my home, I'm going to hire my brother, my sister, my uncle, my aunt, my mother, my dog, whoever they know has a real estate license, they're going to hire them. And the response is, I understand. And does 4 o'clock work, or would 5 be better for you? Now, if you're coaching with another professional coach in the real estate business, there's a lot of different coaches, and they all have different strategies. I know mine is different than others. There are coaches who will tell you qualify, 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 and only go on the appointment if the seller is motivated to sell their home. Only go on the appointment if it's a listing appointment. All right. I don't use the word previews very often, but it's basically a preview. I don't care if they're going to hire me or not. I don't care if they tell me they're never going to hire me. If you hear, I'm a real estate agent, why would I list my home with you? I'm a realtor. Great. Does 4 o'clock work, or would 5 be better for you? I've had homeowners who also had an active real estate license hire me to sell their home. In a period of 15 years, listing an average of 10 to 15 homes every month, I've had many, many, many people tell me they were never going to hire me. Awesome. Does 4 o'clock work, or would 5 be better for you? All right, you got it. The purpose of the call is to get the appointment. Now, care, trust, and knowledge. Back to where we ended. It is your chance to show them what it is like to work with you. So when you knock on their door, you have an appointment at 4 p.m. and you're going to show up at 4 p.m. dressed professionally. This is your Kodak moment. This is your opportunity to make a great first impression. And when they open that door, hey, Clarissa, John Dietz, we had an appointment at 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m. and may I come in? Now, let me go back and read something to you that I said just a moment ago. This is your chance to show them what it is like to work with you. So even though they don't want to list their home, they've told you they don't want to list their home, I promise you the moment they open up that door, they're interviewing you. And this is your chance to show them what it is like to work with you. The 3 questions they have about you are, can I trust you? Do you care about me? Do you know what you're doing? And it is your job to convey, it's your opportunity to convey, I care about you, you can trust me, and I know what I'm doing. Now, by the way, out of those 3 things, the thing they care about less is, do you know what the least is, do you know what you're doing? We have this limiting belief in our mind that because we don't have the experience, because we don't have the same resume, because we don't have a track record of selling 4, 5, 10 homes every month, we're less qualified for the job. 100% not true. Matter of fact, that real estate agent who shows up with a big ego because they do have the resume and they convey me. This is why you should hire me. Let me tell you how great I am, Angel. Let me tell you how many homes I sold. Let me tell you how great my company is. Total turnoff. Your job is to be humble, to convey that you care about them, that they can trust you. How do you do that? Ask questions. Ask a lot of questions and take notes. Juanita, it's great to see you here. Juanita puts in the chat, oh my God, I miss you. Yeah, sending you hugs, girl. Okay, this is your chance to show them that they can trust you and you care about them. You do this by asking questions and you do this by taking notes. All right. The fundamental philosophy of connecting is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. This is your opportunity to show them that you care. In other words, this isn't where you sell and tell your way to success, but where you ask and listen your way to success. And 6 connection questions. Who are they? What do they want or need to do? Where do they want or need to do it? Why do they want or need to do it? When do they want or need to do it? And how do they plan to do it? Now, by the way, if I'm talking too fast, this is being recorded. It will be on my YouTube page, so you can go back and watch it over and over again and take notes. And I'm going to give you some examples of questions that I would ask in order to dig deep into the 6 questions that I shared with you. First question I would ask is, how long have you lived here? In other words, Vito, how long have you lived in your home? Now, remember, every single time they answer a question, it's an opportunity to go deep. Right, Angel? And if somebody shares with me, well, I've lived in my home for 10 years. Wow, that's awesome. You have an absolutely beautiful home. You know, as we're touring your home, if you would do me a favor, point out what you like most about your home and point out the updates that you've made to your home in the last 2 or 3 years. Okay. And if you weren't moving, if you were not going to sell your home, point out what you would do next. It's a super good question. And here's why. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to tour their home and point out everything that's wrong with it. That's what other agents do. Convey, I care about you. Convey, you can trust me. One of the best ways for you to do that, other than asking questions, is like their home. This is not an opportunity to point out everything that's wrong with the home. You don't walk into the kid's bedroom that has purple shag carpet and fuzzy wallpaper and pink walls. You don't walk into that room and go, holy cow, what were you thinking? This has got to go. This has got to go. This has got to go. No, that's what other real estate agents do. Your job is to like their home. Now, do you want them to make those improvements? Yes, you do. And here's how you accomplish that. You're not going to tell them what needs to be done next. They're going to tell you what needs to be done next. Because you ask them, as we're looking at your home, I'm taking notes and I'm asking questions because this is the information that I'm going to use to sell your home. Embedded command, write it down. And I would love for you to point out the updates that you've made to your home in the last 2 to 3 years. Also, point out any improvements that you would make if you were not selling your home. Now, they're going to tell you when they walk into that room with the fuzzy purple shag carpet and the pink walls, whatever. They're going to tell you, well, I would totally redo this bedroom. I'd pull up the carpet, I put in wood floors, I put in tile floors, I'd pull down this wallpaper and I would paint. Right? Now, when they say that, what should you say? I agree. That's it. And it's not holy cow, thank God, I can't believe that. No, it's I agree. Now, they might ask you, Angel, I was thinking of painting this room. What do you think? And your response is, I would. That's it. That's all you have to say is, I would. All right, to the next question. All of that, by the way, came from how long have you lived in your home? Did you guys see that? One question turned into 10 minutes of me rambling, or 5 minutes, whatever it was. All right. Next question I would ask is, where are you moving to when your home sells? Boy, listen to this. It's so important. And seller says Atlanta. The next question is, what's in Atlanta? And they respond, whatever they say, it's another opportunity to go deep. My family's in Atlanta. Awesome. How soon would you like to be there is the next question I would ask. Now, pay attention, because you have this limiting belief in your mind that they're not in a hurry. If this is a for sale by owner appointment and they tell you, I have to be there in 90 days, what are you thinking? You, the agent. I'm thinking, holy cow, if they have to be there in 90 days, they need a contract in their home 45 days, 60 tops. And what's the possibility that they're going to have a contract 45 to 60 days by owner in this market? Not really good. Now, I'm not going to come out and tell them that. I'm going to ask them questions in order to help them self-discover. Because if I tell them, they're going to resist, they're going to push back. If I ask question, it's their idea, then I'm just going to help them take that idea all the way to the listing table and hire me. All right, next question I would ask is, what's plan B? In other words, if the market rejects your offer, what's plan B? Now, what if they say, I'm going to rent my home? My response to that would be, yeah, that's absolutely a possibility. And because I'm tired of listening to myself, Angel, can you take yourself off mute and talk to me? All right, you've role played this with me before. Hi, Angel, by the way. It's great to see your smiling face. Talk to me so I know I can hear you.
Talking, can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. We're good. So, Angel, rent your home. I get it. And my question is, if you rent your home, what's your greatest fear in renting your home?
That they're going to destroy my home or not pay the rent. Those two.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. And if they're not paying the rent, you're going to have to go through an eviction process, which means you're not collecting rent for at least 3 to 4 months. And they do $20,000 worth of damage. And if that were to happen, are you okay with that?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So renting your home is probably not a good plan B.
Okay.
Now, dropping bombs and walking away. All I'm going to do right here is I'm dropping a bomb and I'm walking away. You're thinking you should go further. You should close for a listing. No, not yet. I'm playing chess. I'm not playing checkers. I'm just moving my chess pieces in order to set up checkmate. We're not there yet. Okay. My next question would be, Angel, you want to hang in there with me and just continue to role play with me?
Sure.
Okay. What was the market like when you bought your home? How does this market compare to that market? How important is marketing to the right buyer? Really good question. How important is marketing to the right buyer? Now, what do you think you're going to hear? You're probably going to hear, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I just need a buyer.
Well, I get it. And I know that you're selling your home by owner and you're asking $490, right? Or I know that your listing was, your home was on the market. It's an expired listing. The listing expired and you were asking $490. So then the question would be, is the right buyer between $475 and $500? or is the right buyer between 450 and 475? And if the right buyer is between 450 and 475, are they going to see your home at 490?
Well, wouldn't they just come and look and make me an offer? Isn't that what buyers do? They just kind of lowball you?
Well, when there's low inventory, yes, but when there's more inventory like there is today, so there's 18 homes for sale between 475 and 500,000, 2 to 3 mile range from your home, and there's 3 selling every 30 days. That's a 6-month supply of inventory. That 3 homes are going to sell in the next 30 days. There's 18 active listings. Then they're not going to look above their price range. If they're pre-qualified, they're pre-approved between 450 and 475, they're looking in between 450 and 475.
Okay.
You ever been fished?
I've had people knock on my door, John. They have come through. I'm getting people in here.
Sure. How many of those made an offer?
Well, none yet.
By the way, again, repeat offenders know this. If you're first time here, is a script, write it down. And all I'm doing is, And what I want to do is I want to trigger for Angel, for her to go, I didn't think of that. Angel, you ever been fishing?
Yes.
How many fish do you catch when you hang your bait 3 feet above the water?
None.
Yep. So if the property is priced above the market, you're not attracting the right buyers. It's the same thing as fishing with your bait out of the water. And what marketing to the right buyer means is we need to attract the buyer who is going to buy your home. Critically important. If we're attracting the wrong buyers, all we're doing is help sell the competition. Because there's somebody else who's priced at 490 who has a bigger home, more updated home, better location. And there's 3 homes, 4 homes, 5 homes, 6 homes selling in every 30 days. There's 18 for sale, and you're helping to sell the competition. So Angel, the next question is, tell me what a good buyer looks like to you.
Someone who just writes me a check and walks away so I can get out. We just close quickly. I just want
to. Yeah, I agree. That's a good buyer. Can I share with you what a good buyer looks like to me?
Sure.
Great. A good buyer is somebody who sold their home yesterday and they need to buy a home in the next 30 days.
Okay.
Or a good buyer is somebody who is in town. Thank you, Vito. See you later, my friend. A good buyer is somebody who is in town for the weekend to buy a home. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, then the next question is, if you're that buyer, are you driving around looking at for sale by owners? Or are you working with a professional real estate agent to help find a home?
I don't know, I might do both. I would definitely, if I'm only here for a couple of days, I have to have probably somebody who knows the area better than me, but I would probably go around too.
Maybe, possible. And if you had to buy, thank you for being a little bit difficult with me. I appreciate that. And if you had to buy a home in the next 30 days, had to, or you're homeless, would you hire a real estate agent?
100%. I need to get.
Yeah. The tonality of that conversation is super important. And all I did was lower my voice to help Angel understand this is a really important question. Pay attention. All right. If you're the real estate agent working with that buyer, are you driving around showing them properties that are for sale by owner or homes that are listed by a professional like me?
By a professional.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, then Angel, my last question is, if you're not attracting one of the buyers that we just described, who are you attracting?
I guess the ones just driving around looking at homes that aren't serious.
Yeah.
The people that have been coming to my house.
I agree. Makes sense then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you told me earlier that you need to be in Atlanta within 90 days, which means you need a contract within 45 days, 60 days max. Thank you, Clarissa. Have a great day. Tell everybody I said hi. Yeah, I'm stopping.
I will.
And thank you, girl. I appreciate you so much. I am stopping and I am just giving Angel an opportunity to be in pain. I want her to be in pain.
Uncomfortable.
I want you to be uncomfortable. I am going to park on pain because we are more motivated by avoiding pain than by going towards pleasure. And I'm parking on pain to help you make the right decision. Well, Angel, if you want to be in Atlanta within 90 days, what do you believe is the right strategy to get you there? You know what? Don't answer that question. Let me ask you another question. I'm here today in order to take a look at your home so I can bring you an offer. However, it sounds like, and if I'm being too aggressive, please forgive me. But if you were to hire a real estate agent like me, guys, I'm going to pause for a moment. Listen to all the embedded commands. Hire a professional real estate agent like me is an embedded command. This is neuro-linguistic programming. Sorry. If you were to hire a professional like me, you would want to hire an aggressive agent, wouldn't you? What is she going to say? No, I want to hire somebody who's lazy and doesn't do anything. Of course, she's going to say yes. So if I'm being too aggressive, please forgive me. And it sounds like you might be thinking that it's time to at least consider hiring a professional. So my question is, if I could show you how I could sell your home for more money and less time, would you want to see how I could do that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. All right. At that point, you're scheduling the listing appointment. You're not sitting down to have a listing conversation right there. I don't care if it's the next day. There's a process to that. That's part of the 14-point listing presentation that we talked about Friday, Monday, and yesterday. At this point, you simply are scheduling the appointment to come back and show them how you could sell their home for more money and less time. All right. Let me wrap this up.
I think an important point to hear that you did was, if I'm being too aggressive, I apologize, because I'm a high D. So even though we're role playing, I felt the change in my body. Like, okay, all right, cool. At least you know it. So it's like, you know, with a high D, I'm just throwing that out there, that I think that was huge.
Yeah, thank you for that. And what Angel is referencing there, everybody, is, and please write this down, people will never change their mind, but they will make a new decision based on new information. And what Angel is sharing is, I helped her self-discover new information so she can make a new decision. All right, talk to me. What did you hear? Raise your hand if you have a question.
So I don't know if there's newbies on here, John, but I just want to say something. When I started listening to you in 2020, right? Yeah, COVID. When I started listening, you know, I was just starting to really go out and call for sale by owners and all that. And I will tell you, if anybody needs to hear this, that I was new at that. I wasn't a new agent, but I was new at calling for sale by owners. I didn't have any listings really under my belt. I had nothing. And I was going up against one of the top agents in Brevard County. And he has a team, and I went and did the presentation, and the guy loved me, but then the next day he said, you know, I'm so sorry, we met with this guy, and I mean, come on, Angel, he's awesome. He's in the top 3%. He's awesome. Like, he can do it. We love you, but you know, we got to. And I'm like, okay, I totally get it. And I'm going to keep in touch with you. And I had asked him, did you actually sign the listing agreement? Because we have to back out at that point. He said, no, not yet. He's going to bring it by. I said, okay, cool. I'm just going to keep in touch with you. And I did exactly what you said. And I called him literally every week. He never signed the paper. And he called me back. I want to say it was 2 months later. And literally one day, one morning, called me back and said, hey, listen, we're going to sign with you.
There it is.
And I want to say, what the
Love
hell
that.
happened to the top 3%? But I was like, so I don't know if anybody on this call needs to hear that, but it happens.
Magic.
You're doing
Magic. Well done. Proud of you. Yeah. He made a new decision based on new information. And what that is, and we'll talk about this another day, it's the follow-up graph that I've shared with you many times. No, I'm not ready. 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 Come over tomorrow. And you're creating emotional proximity so that when they get serious about selling their home and they think about who should I call, you're top of mind because you've created that emotional proximity. Well done. All right, give me a couple ahas and then we're going to jump.
The key is, I think, to ask better questions.
There you go, my friend. Did you get good stuff today?
Yeah.
Did you get your money's worth?
Yeah. For sure.
There you go, buddy. Will you jump on again?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%, man. Guys, I'm going to let you go because it's 9:03 and I want to start on time, end on time, which I didn't do. Please share this link with a friend that you know that should be on this call. We're building a really large community here, and I really appreciate every single one of you being a part of this group. Real quick, we haven't done this in a while. I think it's time to go back to it. It's time to get to work. So what's work? Work is 20 conversations. It's not 19, it's not 18, it's not 17, because if you have 17 conversations today and you stop because you're close enough, you didn't have the 18th conversation, which could have been $1 million listing that you didn't get simply because you didn't have the conversation. It's making care calls. It's not making sale calls. Always lead with gratitude. Always bring value to the conversation. Find somebody today that is thinking of selling their home, whether it's next week, 30 days from now, 6 months from now, or a year from now, doesn't matter, because you're looking for opportunity, period, not just opportunity right now. Meet with somebody today that is thinking of selling their home. If you did that every day, every work day of the year, and you work 50 weeks a year, you're meeting with 250 potential sellers. You have 250 potential sellers in your pipeline that you're going to follow up forever because you reject rejection, because no is not a word that lives in your vocabulary. No simply means not yet. And because you follow up forever, you reject rejection, you're creating an emotional proximity. So when they make a new decision based on new information, that new decision will be to hire you. Make it a great day, guys.
Thanks, John.
This is my pleasure.
Me too.
Rosaline, so good to see you here. Oh my gosh, I miss you. Holy cow, Jay, Jay, I was looking at a picture of you and your family on Facebook, and Jay's just a great person. Man, I don't know how long it's been since I've actually seen you, and it's been a minute.
All is well. We'll talk soon.
Dude, you got some gray hair in that beard.
Hey, we're getting up.
Dude, I turned 60, and so I just turned 60 years old. So
Amazing.
I've got you beat.
All
right, man.
Thanks
Good
for
to
the refresher.
You got it, buddy.
Hey, John.
Yes. Hi, Melissa.
It's Melissa Chambers. How are you?
Yes. Every day is a great
Nice
day.
to meet you.
Yes. My pleasure.
So I was at KW before EXP, and some of my team was on this call, and they weren't with Keller Williams, so they're not familiar with the DISC program. So I'm gonna share that with them. Will you be doing something like that with the coaching?
100%. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So this is a daily call. It's 5 days a week. It's a 30-minute call. And I'm also working one-on-one with individuals for Rainmaker coaching. It's a 30-minute call every week. Plus I am a coach on demand, meaning if you have questions, or anything you need help with, you'd send me a text message and I'm available. If I'm available, I'm calling you right back. Melissa, what I found is I'm a very different coach than what most real estate agents are used to. You know, most agents are used to Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, that type of coaching, and nothing negative about either one of those coaches, but my style is very different. And because
Right.
of that, I have coaching clients from other companies contacting me often, asking me if I'm available to coach them. And the answer has always been no, until recently. Now the answer is yes, I'm available to coach you.
All right.
I hope I answered your
Perfect.
question.
So as far as like the disc, what should I send to them? Oh yeah, for sure. So as far as the disc, what should I send to them?
So what I would do is I'd start out by having them take the disc profile, and you can find it on Tony Robbins' website. It used to be free, and now I think there's a small charge for it. It's worth the money because you're going to get a printout that's 20 pages. It's not going to just be your high D, high I with a trailing C and an S. No, there's a lot more information than that. I would start out by having them take the disc profile, and then I would sit down with them and go over it with them and tell them, here's why this is important. Also, I would share with them, here's how you can use this information. And I'll talk about this in coaching, and I'll explain when you're talking to somebody on the phone, within 15 seconds, you know their disc, and you're going to communicate with them based on their disc. I'm
Oh,
going to
for
communicate.
sure.
Yeah. When I'm sitting at the listening table with you, Melissa, I'm having a different conversation with you as a high D than I am if you're a high S. Very different. And
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
yeah, and when your agents learn this, their confidence is going to go through the roof. You combine speaking to the disc and neuro-linguistic programming and have them memorize and internalize the listing presentation, they're unstoppable.
So I have all of my notes and notebooks from Keller Williams about disc, but there's got to be something out there that's free if they just Google it, right?
Yeah. I know Tony Robbins' website has it, but like I said, there is a charge for that. So I have not found a free site, but I would Google it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go back and look through my notebooks, but I know like there's something where you can just click on it and take the test to find out what you are.
Yeah. And I'll speak to it, even if you want to bypass that step. And it doesn't mean that we can't teach them how to use that information in order to take more listings, in order to sell more homes. We could still teach that without your agents taking the disc.
Right.
Okay. I hope I answered your questions.
Yeah.
You've got my email address, Melissa, so reach out to me anytime. I'm pretty sure my phone number is on there, but I'll give it to you. It's 727-686-0404.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
No worries.
Okay. Let me put it in here. Okay, what is it?
727-686-0404.
Got it.
All right. Great talking to you. Have a great day.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Look forward to seeing you again, hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Good stuff. Talk to you soon. Bye, Melissa.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Michelle. Thank you for your nice comments in the chat. It's great to see you back here. I miss you, and reach out to me anytime, girl. All right. Everybody make it a great day.